morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anastha Acharya. The top stories first. PM Doba directs concerned bodies to gear up rescue and relief efforts. At least 6 people dead and 23 missing in floods and landslides across the country. Flooded Mahakali River enters human settlement in Kanchanpur district. Nepal's army rescues 5 people stranded by the flood. 23 missing in Bajang landslide, communication service disrupted in far western province. Taliban agree to new polio vaccination across Afghanistan. UN agencies gears up the vaccination all of the Afghanistan's under 5. And Liverpool beat Tailman Atletico in 5-goal thriller. Salah's double goal secures Reds with victory. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba has directed all concerned bodies to make arrangements for immediate rescue and relief of those affected by floods, landslides and inundation following heavy rainfall in various parts of the country. A report. Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba has issued a directive to Home Minister Balkrishna Kant to speed up rescue and relief efforts. Following the PM's directive, Home Minister Kant instructed subordinate bodies of the ministry to mitigate disaster risk and to protect people's life and property from disaster-related incidents. The Home Minister directed all the bodies and the local administrations to work in coordination for rescue and relief. Chief of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority, Anil Pokhrel, said cloudy weather has developed throughout the country since October 17 and the western region of the country has been affected the most due to flood. Big rivers like Seti, Mahakali, Karnali, West Rapti, among others, and their tributaries have been flooded. At least 6 persons have died due to floods, landslide and inundation triggered by incessant rainfall in different parts of the country. According to the Home Ministry, as many as 23 people have been reported missing in the landslide incidents. Likewise, 200 houses have been inundated in Bhimtatta municipality of Kanchanpur. The local administration in Kanchanpur district has rescue efforts are on the area. The Mahakali River in Sudur Paschim province has recorded the highest water level in 8 years. The flow of water in the river that divides Nepal and India was measured to be at 547,224 cubic on Tuesday afternoon. Traffic movement across between Nepal and India through the far western frontier has been completely shut following the alarming rise in the water level in the river. The Nepalese army has safely rescued 5 people, including 2 children, stranded due to the swollen Mahakali River in Kanchanpur district on Tuesday. The rescue team brought back 2 children and 3 adults from Maseti of Bhimtatta municipality, 9 in the district, after they were stranded due to the flooded Mahakali River for 22 hours. NA airlifted Laxman Nayak and his spouse Lakshmi Nayak, their 2 sons and a local named Dirgamati Devi Khadka. The swollen Mahakali River entered in the human settlement since Monday and left those 5 stranded. They were hanging on a tree when a rescue helicopter from Surkhet airlifted them. Around 45 to 50 households in the area were at risk of flood, while a dozen houses were swept away by the flood in Mahakali River, according to the locals. The number of people missing in the landslide that occurred in the Bajang district on Tuesday morning has reached 23. Those missing include 18 from Gagane Sarki's family, while 5 from Nore Parki's family are also reported missing. Gagane Sarki is currently in India for employment, while one of his sons, Kale Sarki, escaped the incident. Meanwhile, landslide triggered by rainfall at the Thogdina in the district has displaced over 100 households from 2 villages and buried 7 houses. The displaced area currently housed at Tribhuvan Secondary School at Mahendranagar, according to a local teacher. The landslide occurred at 4 a.m. while everyone was asleep. Rainfall has not stopped in those areas yet. Communication services have been disrupted in the mountainous districts in Sudar Paschim province, due to which further details of the incidents could not be collected. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 957 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 806,517, while the number of active cases has dropped to 11,815. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 783,397 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far, following the recovery of 1,004 patients yesterday. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,305 after the virus claimed 12 more lives yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 44 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 45.99 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 34.10 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 242.30 million people across the world and claimed over 4.92 million lives. The meeting of the House of Representatives scheduled for October 26 has been postponed. A notice issued on Tuesday by General Secretary of the Federal Parliament Secretariat Dr. Bharatraj Gautam mentions that the meeting cannot be held on that day due to special reasons. Speaker Agni Prasad Sapkota has scheduled the next meeting of the House of Representatives for 2 p.m. on October 28, adds the notice. And now the news from economic front. Printing of driver's license card, which had been halted for a long time due to technical problem, is expected to resume within a month and a half. The cards could not be printed for a long time since the card did not fit in the mass printer. The Department of Transport Management said that the printing of driving license has been halted as the mass printer was purchased from one company and the card was purchased from another company. Director General of the department, Namaraj Khimire, said that they will pay attention not to repeat the same mistakes in the upcoming days. DUTM informed that 1.4 million cards will be brought in the first phase and the problem of distributing license will be solved immediately. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. UN agencies are gearing up to vaccinate all of Afghanistan's children under 5 against polio for the first time since 2018 after the Taliban agreed to the campaign, the World Health Organization says. For the past 3 years, the Taliban banned UN-organized vaccination teams from doing door-to-door campaigns in parts of Afghanistan under their control, apparently out of suspicion they could be spies for the government or the West. Because of the ban on ongoing fighting, some 3.3 million children over the past 3 years have not been vaccinated. The Taliban's reported agreement, now after becoming the rulers of Afghanistan, appeared aimed at showing they were willing to cooperate with international agencies. The long-time militant insurgent force has been trying to win the world's recognition of its new government and reopen the door for international aid to rescue the crumbling economy. The Taliban leadership did not confirm its agreement and Taliban officials did not immediately respond to requests for comment. You are watching Janata Bulletin and now the latest from the world of sports. Mohamed Salah continued his superb form as Liverpool made it 3 wins out of 3 in the group stage of the Champions League by beating Spanish champions Atletico Madrid in a game of constant drama. In a In a frantic, fantastic match in the Spanish captain between sides that were dazzling, the attack between vulnerable at the back, the Reds saw an early two-goal lead whipped out by Antoine Griezmann's double. The France forward was then shown a straight red card early in the second half, allowing the visitors to reassert their authority and snatch a big win through Salah's well-taken penalty. Awarded for a clumsy beers in Diogo Jota by Mario Hermoso, Jota almost turned villain through as his challenges on Jose Maria Gimenez resulted in a penalty being awarded only for a referee to change his mind after being encouraged by VAR to view the incident on the pitch side monitor. Earlier, Salah had given the Reds the lead when his low finish at the end of the waving round found the net off the toe of James Milner before Naby Keita's brilliant volley doubled the visitors' advantage. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. PM Deoba directs concerned bodies to gear up rescue and relief efforts. At least 6 people dead and 23 missing in floods and landslides across the country. Flood in Mahakali River enters human settlement in Kanchanpur district. Nepal's army rescues 5 stranded by the flood. 23 missing in Bajang landslide. Communication service disrupted in far western province. Taliban agree to new polio vaccination across Afghanistan. UN agencies gear up to vaccinate all of Afghanistan's children under 5. And Liverpool beat 10-man Atletico in 5-goal thriller. Salah's double goal secures Reds' victory. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.